on a Tuesday. That's okay. That's okay. See if I can. Hey, look at that pretty girl. So it's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. And what's really dope about the fact that YouTube promotes going live in vertical format instead of horizontal is it gives you an opportunity to clip out different sections of the live, and they share the lives on the what are they called, shorts, the YouTube shorts. So that's really awesome. um, but I figured this would be a great opportunity just so I can get it out there instead of recording a video, editing it, and that'll take a couple days. I just wanted to have another story time because there's a lot about me that YouTube does not know. There's a lot about me that you don't know, and I want to share a bit more of that. One of them is why I chose homelessness. No, I'm not calling van life homeless. However, I gave up my entire apartment, even my business. I was behind the chair, an independent cosmetologist slash makeup artist. I had clients booked out over a month, and these were my own independent clients. And I left them, I left everybody with 2 days' notice. Okay. That's just what I did. And when I left and uprooted my life from Minnesota and drove to Arizona in my little 1997 Honda Accord, I decided that um, I'm going to go some alternative living route. I didn't know what it would be, but I knew I was not renting, I was not buying, I was not doing the traditional life again. So I ended up moving into my Honda, and from the first night I slept in there, I was hooked. I was like, "Okay, I can do this." I loved it. I loved the small space. I loved how comfortable I felt. Now, I felt uncomfortable because I didn't have any window coverings. I was in a strip mall parking lot and it was the first night. So it was just that nervousness, but as far as being comfortable, I was comfortable. So, a year after moving into Hotel Honda, I ended up getting really sick and I wasn't able to just be in there on my own. Hey, welcome. And the timing was perfect. God knows best. The timing was perfect. So, one of my girlfriends in Arizona that I had met and we had become really good, good acquaintances, she needed an in home babysitter for her two girls. And I essentially needed help. So, I was staying with her, watching her daughters. And so, I wasn't in my Hotel Honda. It ended up getting broken into and then stolen. So, during that time, when I don't have a mobile home, I consider myself homeless. And so I chose that homelessness because I'm a mobile dweller. I chose that homelessness because I knew it was just going to be temporary. And it was a couple years temporary, but it was still temporary. And what was the most challenging? It wasn't being homeless, it was being a homeless mobile dweller. Like that sounds weird, but I had made my decision. So telling traditional people, um, this is who I am. So I just need to work enough and save up enough to get another vehicle so that I can have another home because I'm a mobile dweller. And so what that looked like for me is renting rooms because I was not going to put my name on a lease. I wasn't doing that anymore. When I made the decision at 42 that I was done doing that, I don't care what life comes my way. I'm done doing that. So I went back to renting a room, co living, sharing space, whatever I needed to do to keep from being literally out on the streets. But I chose homelessness. I chose to be homeless until I could save up enough money to get to get another mobile home because that's my choice. Now, at this point, when I recommend to people to keep their job, if they're a working type, I was never a working person. I was never that type of person. I decided at 14 that I will not have a job more than 2 years. I'm going to figure out how to support myself. So that's just not who I am, right? But if that's who you are, baby, keep your job. If you decide any alternative living lifestyle, do not quit your day job if you are a working type of person. Okay? The best thing you can do for yourself is to keep your job. I did not have an actual plan. Um, I thought I had a plan to continue living the life that I hated in Minnesota. And less than 6 months into it, like I had a crash. I'll say a crash, not a breakdown, because I think I was on autopilot from just uprooting my life and my business, moving from Minnesota to Arizona, if you know where they are on the map. I just was like, I'm heading in the same direction I just left. I don't want to be there. I hated my life. I did not like working behind the chair. I did not like the life that I was living at all. I was miserable. I hated everything about my life. I don't care that my bills were paid. I don't care that I had just moved into a place paying $200 less rent than what I was paying. I didn't care about any of that. I hated my life, and it's not the life that I saw for myself at 14. I'd rather struggle on my feet than to live on my knees. And when CeeLo said that, baby, I felt it because that's me in real life. So keep your job. If you plan on any alternative living, keep your job. Um, being a total free spirit, being a rebel, it doesn't make it easier. I think I make some things look easy because of my perspective. Like, I'm going to be lighthearted about whatever happens in life. Um, but with all that, with being a mobile dweller for so long and experiencing being homeless after that, right? Like, I didn't get my next vehicle until I got here. I moved to California homeless. I took my last $300 and I came here with a plan. I came here, I decided, I took the bus, the Flix bus, and even from making the decision to I need to leave Arizona and I need to be in California, even that was less than 24 hours of a decision that I made. But coming to California was something that goes back to 2010. Like, that wasn't just a whim. So I didn't get unhomeless until I got the mansion, which I got in 2021, September 2021. Yeah, something like that. And I think Hotel Honda was stolen sometime in 2018. So from 2018 to 2021, I was homeless. I was making just enough money to be able to rent a room. When I got here, I was co-living, renting a room, co-living, um, and still telling people I'm a mobile dweller, I'm a nomad. They're like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I didn't care. I didn't care what people said. I'm accustomed to that. But I'll tell you now, where I'm at right now, knocking on the door to 50. Okay. Me and 50, we having conversations all the time now. And now I really am at the point of experience to say, Shalonda, it's time to put together an actual plan of these are the moves you're going to make so that you can buy your land by this time. These are the moves that you're going to make and compound on those moves to build this structure right here, because I didn't have anything solidified. I was just experiencing, because I was married all of my 30s. I got divorced the end of my 30s, and I was about 6 years traumatized after being divorced. I'm not going to front my divorce. It was an easy divorce. We didn't have any battle, any court battles or anything like that, but emotionally, it was very traumatizing for me. I never thought I'd be single again. I was that woman that put all of her eggs in her marriage basket. I thought that was it for me. I thought I was going to die Mrs. Makalo. I thought we would be grandparents together. I thought that was my life. So I was traumatized for about 6 years. It was an emotional toll on me that only experience could have uh, let me know about. And so I was, I won't say I was freestyling. I'll say that. I was freestyling life. And I was being intentional about freestyling. I was being intentional. I came here with a plan. I implemented my plan. I worked out my plan. And things just proved to be a lot more difficult as a solo dolo individual than I could have expected. Again, experience, life. For me, it's the best teacher, and I appreciate. That's why I don't ever stop. But now that me and 50 are having these conversations, me and Auntie 50, okay? Um, I really I realize that it's time for me to make a plan. It's time for me to be a lot more deliberate, especially now. I am in a reliable home. The mansion turned out to be a lemon. They saw me coming, but I'm grateful for the 2 years that it took me from where it took me to here. So, no regrets, no complaints at all. The only thing I would say is my advice to others: don't do it that way. Don't just um, freestyle it, because, like I've said before, we're not getting any younger, and it's nice to have some type of game plan that you will stick to. Like, no matter, even when COVID hit, I had my plan when I got to Cali, and that plan kept me focused. It's like GPS. You put it in. If you need to reroute, it's going to reroute you. It's not going to send you back to where you came from, though. It will just reroute you. It'll figure out a way. And that's what I did. That's what I've been doing since getting here to Cali. So it's led me here to the thought process of, you're about to be 50 this year, 2024, and you're in a great position in your life. I feel like I'm in a great position. And that position is to be of sound mind, of solid body, of functionality, to be a lifelong avid reader, to be a lifelong learner, to be someone who has always pushed myself toward growth. Now, here at 50, it's like, okay, how can I combine all of my experiences and what I've learned and create a life for myself in the future, and a life that my grandchildren will be able to live off of, that their children will possibly be able to live off of? Because the most expensive part of life I don't have, which is rent. So, yeah, that's essentially why I chose homelessness, because it's just not worth paying in all of the things that it cost above the monetary. It's just not worth it. What's up? What's up, everybody? It's just not worth it. Gray man is in the house. Being a van dweller is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's not easy, but it's amazingly freeing. I agree. I agree 1000%. It is. And that's why I wholeheartedly recommend to anyone to keep your job. If you're already a working type person, but if you're the type of person that, like I am, who I'm not a working type person, like I just don't get down with, I just, that's just not my jam. Um, then I don't think, and here, this is, I'm saying this to myself before I'm saying it to anyone else. I don't think it's as difficult as some of us older generation, even us Gen Xers, as we make it to be. I don't think it's as difficult as we make it to be. From creating income online, digital income, to all of it. It I know it's not as difficult as we make it. I think for us older generation, no matter how much we want to deny it, we being raised by baby boomers, being raised by baby boomers put a little bit of a block, a little bit of a brick in us. And this is just my perspective because, again, I'm a rebel. I didn't buy none of that baby boomer shit. But now that I am the older generation, right? I'm not in my teens, I'm not in my 20s. I'm not the younger generation. I am now the older generation. I feel I feel the blockage that the baby boomers embed into me. I feel it because I'm like, I know it's not as difficult as that little wedge in me is making it. So once I pull that freaking wedge out, once I pull that freaking baby boomer wedge out, which is where I'm at right now, I'm like, no, it's not. So that's where I'm at right now. And again, I will choose homelessness each and every time because one thing I'm not gonna do is willingly walk into a trap because I know that's a trap. I know it's a trap. In my opinion, I don't knock what anyone does or how anyone chooses to live. I don't knock it at all. What you eat don't make me shit. It doesn't bother me at all. Not at all. Um, However, for me, there's no way I would choose to walk into the trap of putting my name on a rental lease. There's just no way I would do that. There's just no way. I'm not uncomfortable as a mobile dweller at all. And the fact of the matter is, because my expenses are little to nothing, I can be in a position where I am able to comfortably figure out what the fuck am I gonna do? What am I going to create? You know, like there's so many different expertise and passions that I have that are inspiring and uplifting. It's like, just goddamn pick one. Just pick a lane, and have at it. Just pick a lane and have at it. So that's it. That's really it. And that's my advice. Just pick a lane and start driving. Just pick a lane and start going. If you're looking at alternative lifestyles, don't quit your day job. Do not quit your job if you are a working person. And if you are experiencing physical ailments from your job, you probably should have quit a long time ago and then put your whole heart into whatever it is in you that you have to offer the world because I've never had any physical problems from a job, but I've seen one of my elder cousins go through it when she was in the nursing field, and I have been affected by stress in my younger years. So it's just not worth it. It is not worth it at all. But I'll choose homelessness each and every time. And I've been homeless since becoming a mobile dweller. It was not fun by any means at all. Being homeless is never fun. But I'm not going back. I'm not going back to any sort of traditional life, traditional living, uh, none of that. So that's where I'm at. And right now, I've decided to take one of my passions and one of my expertise, which is fitness and weightlifting, and I'm making videos that I sell via links and digital downloads. So I'm making fitness videos specifically, like in my mind, they're geared for women over 30, over 40, um, pushing 50. So I'm doing that and I'm excited about that. I have my little hustle of my incense burner bottles that I'm making, but the thing for me at this point is creating income that doesn't require my body on a daily. So that's why I like recording the videos and then promoting and selling those. I'll catch you later. Have a blessed evening. You too. Thank you. Joyful state of mind. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's why I'm doing that right now. And I've sold one set. So I'm excited about that. Uh, it was an easy sell, but I look forward to just having a stock of my videos that I can promote and things like that. Just do the digital download. So that will be dope. And yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to share a little bit more about this crazy creative nomad right here that you subscribe to and or maybe watch. Maybe you're not subscribed, but definitely consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. I appreciate that, and I love reading you guys' comments. I do read the comments, as you guys know, and consider joining as well. Consider joining the channel. That will help with the videos, the video production, and just everything. So I appreciate you. I just want to give you more information, free ways that you can support the page. Watching the videos all the way to the end. That is free. Set it and forget it. Just let it play in the background. Watch the videos all the way to the end. YouTube loves to see that. I love to see that. For anyone who does, I appreciate that so, so, so much. That is amazing free support. Like the video, share the videos, and again, subscribe if you're not. Join if you're not. And I also have a Patreon. I have a Patreon. I just have one level set up, all access, and that's dope as well. And if you're interested in a workout video, message me and I got you. So that's it. Thanks for this impromptu midday live, and y'all have an amazing Tuesday.